about sports. 216, definitely legit, giving them ops fits. All about sports. 216, definitely legit, giving them ops fits. All about sports. 216, definitely legit, giving them ops fits. All about sports. 216, definitely legit, giving them ops fits.
What's up? What's good? Good afternoon, everybody, east, west, north, south, worldwide, and welcome to All About Sports 216 Weekend Wrap with your man, Keith Allen, on this Saturday afternoon. Browns pregame Saturday. As today, the Cleveland Browns start off their preseason taking on the Chicago Bears. What a way to start this weekend. You got my show first, then you got the Cleveland Browns thereafter. What's up? What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? Hey, I'm hyped today. I'm hyped. I got a different kind of show this time. I got a different kind of show because I don't know if my guest's going to show up or not. But I got a different kind of show. We're going to talk about in detail of the Cleveland Browns today as they take on the Chicago Bears in the first preseason game. And some of the things I want to see for the Browns coming out the huddle. Then I'll also talk about the Cleveland Guardians, who seem to be in dire straits and right now are on life support as they lost last night to the San Diego Padres 7-5. Then we're going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, as the Cavs did make a move yesterday by trading away Dennis Schroeder. I know Schroeder, he might as well just keep a suitcase. Because teams love him, but they don't want to keep him. He gets traded almost every year, just about. But the Cleveland Cavs traded Dennis Schroeder to the Charlotte Hornets for guard Trey Mann in a cost-cutting move to get the Cavs off that second apron. And to be flexible enough to probably pursue now Peyton Watson or Jonathan Kuminga. There will be no, let me see, what can I say? There will be no dream matchup series today because it's a football Saturday and stuff, of course. And there will be no trivia question because I couldn't think of one. I couldn't think of one today. I just couldn't think of one. Everything is getting started quick, and everything didn't start quick. But first, before I actually get into the stuff I want to talk about today, I actually want to give everybody their flowers. Everybody their flowers that's doing what I do. I got to give you all your flowers for providing everybody with sports knowledge and wherewithal and your take on sports. And I'm going to start with a few shows that I watch. Industry Sports, my man Von Perez and his people. Shout out to y'all. Y'all been doing y'all thing for a while and everything. My man Rick with the Sports Corner, 216. Shout out to you, partner. Been doing your thing. Also, my guys, G-Host and Sean C., the Bando, which should be coming out pretty soon. Matter of fact, don't forget my t-shirt, the Bando t-shirt. Do not forget that. I need that t-shirt. so I can sport it on the show. Right now, I got my Batman look going on today. But shout out to G Host and Sean C. and E Rumble, the Bando. Shout out to my brother Voodoo Films. He's still doing his thing. Shout out also goes to my man Delvis Valentine and Branson Wright with the Sports Brothers. Y'all have to check that show out because he be getting the top notch interviews. For real. I mean, they've interviewed Charles Barkley, Jamel Hill, um, what is my girl's name? Josina Anderson, Carlos Boozer. Check that show out, The Sports Brothers. Matter of fact, and I share them all on my All About Sports 216 page on Facebook. I share all the shows. Also, shout out to my guys, DSMN Network, In the Zone Sports. Definitely check them out too as well. Check them out too. Shout out to my man Dar, my man Twan, my man Kales. They be doing it up and everything. And also shout out to me because I did get the fifth pick in the draft lottery yesterday. I picked number 5 in the fantasy draft. Now, who I will pick, I have no fucking idea. Right now. I don't even know when the draft is. But I draft fifth. I pick fifth in the draft. Shout out to me on that. And check out this show, All About Sports 216, every Wednesday and every Saturday. At 12 on Saturday and at 5 on Wednesday. Check it out. And pretty soon and tonight also, I'm not sure. I think the Triad Committee makes their re-debut on tonight. That's me, Nasty Nail, and Romeo Rodriguez. Where Nasty Nail and Romeo Rodriguez gonna give y'all some 23rd century shit for real. For real. For real. Um, But also, but like I said, shout out to the DSMN network. This is what this show is part of, the DSSMN network. Also, if you're watching and you want to watch on your flat screen, just download the Diva Spivey Media app. Download the Diva Spivey Media app to watch on Roku and watch on Fire TV. This show, also, you can watch my show on my YouTube. You can subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right. It's about to get scrolling down here in the thing. Subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. Let's see. I was looking at some popped up on my board and everything and stuff. The Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. But anyway, about to go in here. The Browns play today. And the Browns play the Chicago Bears today in the preseason action. As you see, I have Deshaun Watson and Caleb Williams, even though I don't think Caleb Williams is playing today. Just look good cover art for the show, you know. Just good cover art for the show. Deshaun Watson is getting a start today. Um, It'll be his first time playing ball in about 2 years since he tore his Achilles tendon twice. And the Browns go in this season going against the Bears. The Bears who won the NFC North last year. And if you really look at both these franchises, they're kind of built like each other, but on different tracks right now. Where The Chicago Bears 2 years ago hired Ben Johnson as coach, and they had Caleb Williams as a rookie back then. And going into his second year, seeing progress. But what Chicago did during the offseason is they fortified the offensive line, made some key draft picks at wide receiver and tight end, and the defense was opportunistic because they led the league in turnover ratio on defense. So everything turned around from a last place finish the year before into a first place finish and a couple playoff victories in the playoffs. A playoff victory in the playoffs. And you got to see Caleb Williams do some dynamic things in the fourth quarter in the last minute, which, this year they're trying to get him to basically be more consistent during the whole game, whatnot. But he was pretty good, pretty damn good. And think about it, the Browns are going about things really in the same way the Chicago Bears went about it. They have a young quarterback, but the quarterback room is a little more unsure with Cleveland. But you got a young quarterback and you got the veteran Deshaun Watson and everything. So really, I think a lot of the Browns' fortunes this year really depends on the quarterback play. But I'm not just going to go into that as far as the quarterback play. Um, Things I want to see today. I want to see how Deshaun Watson responds to getting hit. One, he hasn't been hit in 2 years. I want to see can he respond, how he responds to getting hit, and how he works in live action. Because I'm gonna be honest, everybody was talking about the turnovers in practice and this in practice and that in practice. I want to see it during the games. I actually want to see it during the games. Everybody putting out the past stats in practice. It's like what Allen Iverson said, practice, practice. Where today, live bullets to be flying. And it probably won't be against Chicago's ones. It'll probably be against the twos and threes. The twos and threes. But, hey, I want to see Deshaun Watson. I want to see what he can do. Want to see what he can do. Also, shout out to Deshaun Watson. Because truthfully, what it really says to him, as far as an athlete and character wise, that he even is attempting a comeback. Because, dude, money is guaranteed no matter what. No matter what. And he still worked hard to get his shot to get back on the field after having not one Achilles tear, but two torn Achilles tear. Two. Two. Two within a calendar year. And to be back in this position where he's starting and he's actually just on the field, because like I said, he could have just took his money and ran, to be honest. He could have been off on a remote island today and watching the game and everything if he wanted to, because he's going to get paid either way regardless. But shouts out to Deshaun, shout out to him, and I hope he is successful and does well and everything. Honestly, I really hope he does well. Even though now that doesn't affect my opinion on who should be the starter. Now, if him and Shador doing these preseason games, if it's close, you really should give it to Shador. to be honest, if it's close, because the younger player will get better through time or should get better through time. But shout out to Deshaun just by just coming back on the field, because he really could have just took the money and said, "Screw you," because his money is paid regardless. But for him to come back and try to give it another go at it, gets my respect. He definitely has my respect, especially with people that have suffered debilitating injuries, an Achilles tear, and suffered it twice. Salute him. I want to see things like how the Browns get out the huddle. I want to see the cadence. I want to see all the little things that Todd Monken has drilled into these players' head. I want to see it commence on the field. I actually want to see it commence on the field. Where today it's not really about wins and loss, it's about execution. Do they get out the huddle with fire? And do they know the plays? Are they lining up right? No pre-snap penalties, hopefully. No pre-snap penalties and everything. Now the offensive line right now so far, from what I hear, has been work in progress. Work in progress. But they said Rome wasn't built in a day. But I really want to see things on offense like that execution. Can they get out the huddle? Can they line up and get the play going? And I do want to see how the rookie receivers, Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston, do against competition other than practice. I want to really see that. I don't have to see Judkins. I don't really have to see Judkins to the regular season. I got to keep him healthy. Because if you look at the Browns on offense, um, I don't need to see Fannin. I already know what he can do. Offense and tight end, where offense tight end, you only got Fannin, and he can't afford to get hurt. Because if Fannin gets hurt, you're screwed at tight end. Um, and Judkins get hurt, we screwed at running back. So I don't need to see them two. I want to see the offensive line. I want to see the different looks on the offensive line. I want to see Ricky Brailsford at center. I want to see Jenkins and company. I don't know if Jenkins and them going to play today, but I do want to see the offensive line and see how they gel and see the depth pieces on the offensive line. Now, on defense for the Browns, I just want to see what we got at linebacker besides Swessinger and Quincy Williams, because I don't think they're going to play during the preseason. I don't need to see Swessinger or Quincy Williams during the preseason. I don't even really need to see Mason Graham that much because he's dealing with an injury right now. And I want to see who is going to step up in the interior of the defensive line, because Mason Graham is nursing an injury. Malik Collins is on the PUP list right now. Mike Hall is nursing an injury, and this is a big year for Mike Hall. Mike Hall could be in danger of being let go. But gotta see what they got depth wise at defensive line and the interior line, which scares me. The linebackers, besides Swessinger and Quincy Williams, can't neither one of those two afford to get hurt. That scares me. And I want to see who can make that step up at cornerback, because that's a position too where we don't have no depth. You got Denzel Ward and and my other man, you got Denzel Ward, and my other man Tyson. Oh shit, Tyson. You got him, got both of those corners, but after that, it is slim pickings. It is slim pickings. And if Denzel Ward or Tyson Campbell gets hurt, we are screwed. We are screwed because after that, whoever is going to be the nickel corner, I'm praying. I'm definitely praying. So, I mean, the Browns got a lot of problems in their roster depth wise, especially on defense, as you look at it, because you can't afford for Denzel Ward or Tyson Campbell to get hurt because you were screwed back there. If not, but we'll see who steps up because you're not going to see Tyson Campbell. You're not going to see Denzel Ward during the preseason. I wouldn't. Anyway, but the Browns got depth problems on this team. They got depth problems. But hopefully, the main things right now, offensive line has a lot of depth on paper until we got to see it on the field. But running back, they're thin. Tight end, they're thin. Cornerback, they're thin. Linebacker, they're thin. And the interior defensive line is thin. So it'll be very interesting to see who steps up in opportunity. Because this is an opportunity. And it's open. It's an opportunity. So we'll definitely see about that today. And that's really what I want to see from the Browns this preseason. Basically, with the offense, can you just do it simple? A, to get started, come out the huddle. No pre snap penalties. Since they're doing a lot more motion, can they execute? And Shador Sanders, he will play in the second half. He'll play in the third quarter. And then next week, I think it'll be the reverse, where Shador gets to start against Buffalo, and Deshaun will probably play in the third quarter and everything and stuff. A lot of people was making light, talking about Deshaun Watson wouldn't start in Cleveland because he get booed. Come on, really? You're not in elementary school. Because if Deshaun gets a starting job, he'll probably start at home against Carolina. Come on. Trust and believe. Boos turn to cheers when you make plays. If Deshaun gets to throwing, if he is to start, named the starter, if he is named the starter, if he gets to throwing 3 touchdowns, 1 pick against Jacksonville, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick against Tampa Bay, and the Browns go 1-1 or 2-0, or they could even be 0-2. Because honestly, I think the Browns are going to start off slow this year and gradually play better as the season go on. But who's to say? Because if Deshaun can be 80% of what he was, that's very good. That's very good. That's very good. And like I said, really, the thing that's derailed Deshaun here has really been the injuries, to be honest. It's really been the injuries. Because I thought he had to turn the corner performance against Baltimore. Then a day or two later, you found out he was out for the season with a shoulder injury that literally no other quarterback has had. So, like I said, we'll see what these quarterbacks do now that the bullets are going to be flying. Now, we will see with the live bullets flying. We're going to see what these quarterbacks do. We're going to see what Deshaun does. We're going to see what Shador does. And may the best man win. Because to be honest, I don't care about who is starting at quarterback. As long as my quarterback, whoever that quarterback is, gives me the best chance to win. It could be Deshaun. It could be Shador. Shit, it could be Dylan Gabriel. Hell, it could be Taylor Green. If they give us the best chance for victory, I'm all for it. Because I'm tired of talking about the Browns are in last place or they're losing every Sunday and everything. You know, it's time to change that narrative, especially right before heading over to the new digs in 2029. But hey, Browns play today in about 30 minutes against the Chicago Bears. And it should be interesting to see how this quarterback battle plays out. And usually, to me, the preseason used to be a snooze fest for me. But this year, I'll be watching. I'll definitely be tuned in to see what these two guys do in the preseason and see who emerges as the Browns' starting quarterback for 2026. Well, I'm about to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to talk about the Cleveland Guardians, who are in dire straits and in need of a life preserver because they are sinking fast. Here on All About Sports 216 Weekend Wrap with your man, Keith Allen. I'll be right back.
Anointed Angel Apparel, where faith, family, and fashion come together. From stylish t-shirts and cozy sweatshirts to dazzling bling rhinestone shirts.
Fuck. Did this shit again. Damn.
Anointed Angel Apparel, where faith, family, and fashion come together. From stylish t-shirts and cozy sweatshirts to dazzling bling rhinestone shirts that shine with purpose, we design every piece with God at the center. But we don't stop there. Discover personalized tumblers, beautiful photo slates, custom engraving, and even UV 3D textured home decor items that make your house a home. In every design, Anointed Angel Apparel carries a message of hope, faith, and love. Because we're more than a brand, we're a family business devoted to lifting up the name of Jesus. Shop with us today and wear your faith boldly. Anointed Angel Apparel, where your testimony becomes your style.
All About Sports 216 Weekend Wrap with your man, Keith Allen, on this Saturday afternoon. Be sure to 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 subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right, subscribe to the Allen Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. And remember, this show is part of the DSMN network. The DSMN network. And if you want to see it on your flat screen, your 85-inch or 100-inch flat screen, please download the Diva Spivey Media app. And you can watch it on Roku or Fire TV and subscribe. Hey, it's your man Keith Allen, and I'm back and everything. I got the Eddie Munster jumping off in my head. I want to get a lineup. Want to get a lineup. Got the Batman jumping off with the Eddie Munster jumping off. It's not a good mix. That is not a good mix. Anyway, the Cleveland Guardians are in dire straits. These dudes done dropped 15 of the last 19 games. At one time, they were in first place. Then at another time, they were in second. And now they are in fourth place in the American League Central and sinking fast. They lost last night to the San Diego Padres 7-5, despite home runs from Brian Rocchio and what is that first baseman's name? They got the gentleman they got from Cincinnati. Oh shoot, I forgot. But despite home runs from them, the Guardians fell short against the San Diego Padres. They take on the Padres this evening. And hopefully the Guardians can get their shit together. Man, it's right now. And it's weird this year. Because they actually went all in this year. They went all in. Even though they went all in. They got Foster Griffin, who did get the win for him earlier this week against the Detroit Tigers and everything. They got Foster Griffin. He's a 13-game winner. You got the kid from Cincinnati. He has paid dividends because he's hit 2 home runs since he's been with the Guardians. You got Joe Adele, who's hit a couple of home runs since he's been with the Guardians. And now it's like the Guardians just can't get right. One of the problems with the Guardians this year is their fielding is not been good at all because they make routine errors seem like at the most crucial times. Because one game, I think it was against the New York Mets, or was it? Yeah, against the New York Mets. New York Mets. Rocchio made an error with 2 outs, which would have salted the game, and they lost that game. And I mean, right now it's just like the relief pitching has been shaky. To be honest, the relief pitching has been shaky. The starting pitching, if you really look at it for the Guardians, Gavin Williams has been solid. Trevor Bybee has been decent. Parker Messick has been solid. Foster Griffin starting to get comfortable here. The starting rotation is cool. But the middle relief, besides everybody besides Cade Smith, man, you be praying like, oh my God, just get us to the 8th inning. Get us to the 8th inning. And Vogt can put Smith in. Smith can get that 2-inning save. Because the Guardians' bullpen has been inconsistent. Very inconsistent. And I'm looking at it like this with the Guardians. Maybe this is not the Guardians' year. Think about it. This is not the Guardians' year. Jose Ramirez is hurt. He's hurt, and he done basically lost his power right now. We're dealing with that hamate bone injury, and he came back early because he really wasn't supposed to come back for probably should have been coming back right around this time, but he came back a couple weeks sooner, and you could tell it's affecting him in the field and it's affecting him at bat because he's having his worst season in a long time. Chase DeLauder, he's been solid. He's definitely been solid. Benzana, he's been solid for the most. Angel Martinez has been solid. He's really been hitting the ball since he came back from his injury. He's been solid. Stephen Kwan did a complete resurgence in the second half of the season. But for some reason, the Guardians just can't get it together. And I know who the guy was, Nathaniel Lowe. Nathaniel Lowe has paid dividends for the Guardians. He's played well. I don't know. I just think right now we're halfway through August. And see, last year, the Guardians, everything went right for the Guardians last year when they caught the Tigers last year. The Guardians was 15 and a half games in back of Detroit, like July, and caught them in September. But the difference is this year is the Guardians may only be like 5 back, but you got to leapfrog 3 teams now in order to get in first place. 3 teams. You got to leapfrog the Detroit Tigers, and I don't think they're going nowhere. You got to leapfrog the Minnesota Twins. Now, whether the Minnesota Twins can keep this up, who knows? Then you got to leapfrog the Chicago White Sox, who don't show no signs of slowing down. Shout out to their manager, Will Venable. He should be a candidate, a strong candidate for manager of the year, because no baseball prognosticator, nobody, not even an expert in the diamond itself, seen the Chicago White Sox being in first place on August 15th, 2026 in the AL Central. No one seen that. Nobody seen that. They just came off another 100-loss season. And look at them now. Shout out to Will Venable. For real, changing the culture. And I'm going to say this about Chicago. Chicago White Sox got some bats in that lineup. The Vargas kid that played first and third. The kid that played right field for Chicago. I can't remember his name right off. They got some sticks in that lineup. They got some sticks in that lineup with Chicago. So we'll see what happens with the Guardians and everything, because right now they are sinking. And they are like the Titanic. They are sinking, and they are sinking fast. Hopefully they get it together, but I don't know. I really don't know. Also, and I said this the other day and everything, and shout out to my man Twan Spivey and everything. This one in here is for Twan, because Twan asked me why I'll never talk about the Yankees on his podcast, and the reason why I don't talk about the Yankees all like that, because it's a Cleveland sports podcast and whatsoever and everything, and that ain't them. So I'm a Yankee fan and stuff like that, but Twan Spivey want me to give credit to Aaron Boone. Because this year, I got to give it to Aaron Boone this year. And usually I be at that man's neck. I be at Aaron Boone's neck. I be like, they need to fire his ass and everything. But this year, I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has held that team together despite losing Aaron Judge, despite losing Giancarlo Stanton, and Cody Bellinger. That's 3 major parts of your lineup. 3 major parts of your lineups. And also getting subpar performances from catcher Austin Wells, shortstop Anthony Volpe, where Volpe probably won't be in pinstripes next year. Trent Gresham has fell off this year as well, because he's batting like 222. Last year he hit like 30-something home runs. This year he has 12. And he's doing it. Well, the one fortunate thing for Boone, that he got Garrett Cole back and he got Max Fried back this year. Well, who knows where would the Yankees be there without those two. But he did get those 2 guys back. But shout out to Boone, because he's doing it really with just Ben Rice Jazz Chisholm, and Chisholm not having his usual type production either. Ben Rice, Jazz Chisholm, Aaron Goldschmidt has been solid this year. He's been solid for the Yankees. Those three has actually kept the ship together with really a bunch of kids. A bunch of kids. Because I don't know who's in the lineup besides those three for the Yankees. Even though I hear Judge may be back in September. Maybe back in September. Now, it doesn't say what they'll do in the playoffs and everything. And they have the first wild card. Because they're like 6.5 in back of Tampa Bay. And they've staved off Boston because, the rival Boston Red Sox, they got hot. And they almost caught the Yankees. But right now, the Yankees hold the first wild card spot and everything. And honestly, if you get Aaron Judge back, the Yankees would be a heavy favorite in the American League. If you get Aaron Judge back. And if you get Stanton back, and if you get Bellinger back, they'll be heavy favorites in the American League because they got the pitching. The hitting just hasn't been what it normally is. But when you're missing an MVP candidate, then you're missing Giancarlo Stanton, whose bat is dangerous, and you're missing Cody Bellinger that can do damage, your offense is going to suffer. Your offense is definitely going to suffer. Because think about it. With the Guardians, back a couple of months ago when they lost Jose Ramirez and Chase DeLauder, they wasn't scoring no runs. They wasn't scoring nothing when them two was out. And it was the third guy, too, that got hurt. Oh, Angel Martinez, when those three was out. The Guardians' offense was scuffling. So Yankees going through the same thing just for a longer period of time. And I got to give Aaron Boone his flowers this year. Got to give him his flowers this year. He's held it together. Now, whether it amount to playoff success, I couldn't tell you that. I can't say. I couldn't say nothing about that at all. Whether it amount to playoff success. But I got to give it to Aaron Boone. He's held it down. We'll see what happens come October. Definitely see what happens come October. Now, I'm going to move right along off baseball, and I'm going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. What does the Cavs' future hold? Right now, it doesn't hold Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder got traded to the Charlotte Hornets yesterday for guard Trey Mann. Schroeder served his role with the Cavs. Backup point guard. He served this role. Mainly it's a cost-cutting move so the Cavs can get versatile and be able to sign either Kuminga or Watson, or just to do something else for the Cavs. Who knows? There is a rumor about the Cavs trading for Kevin Durant, where the Cavs would acquire Kevin Durant and Van Vliet from Houston, but they'll have to give away Jared Allen and James Harden. Now, would y'all make that trade? Would any of y'all make that Cavs trade? Hypothetically. Only sore spot I got with the trade is getting rid of Jared Allen. Because I don't know if Mobley is going to be ready to log on those heavy minutes at center. But we'll see what the Cavs do and everything. Got to figure out something because pretty soon we'll be in September in 2 weeks. And then training camp starts. So we'll see what the Cavs do and everything. As far as the Cavs' future. And who would be the best fit for the Cavs? Could it be Peyton Watson, who really flourished last year in the in the midst of many injuries for the Denver Nuggets? Jonathan Kuminga has a longer track record. Me myself, I would prefer Kuminga, probably a little more athletic than Watson. Even though I think Peyton Watson probably is a better shooter than Kuminga, but like I said, you really can't go wrong with either. But I would probably prefer Kuminga, but we'll see what the Cavs do. We'll definitely see what the Cavs do because they gotta figure it out because this has been a rough off season. Well, and I ain't gonna say rough off season. Let me take that back. They did re-sign Donovan Mitchell. They did draft the number one scorer in the summer league in Malik Thomas. The only reason why people didn't really hear of Malik Thomas was really because he was overshadowed by Darius Acuff and Robert Brazile at Arkansas. But did get Malik Thomas. And we got to see what's going on with the Cavs because Harden's not officially signed yet. And we do know this. Cavs do open the season October 22nd against guess who? LeBron James and the Philadelphia 76ers. Should be an interesting battle. And if I'm the Cavs, I'm going at Philly's neck every time we play them to make them know, like, oh, so we ain't good enough for you? Okay, we going at y'all neck every game. Every game going at their necks and everything. Looking at Philadelphia 76ers, the thing with Philly is Philly can ride Jaylen Brown and Maxey and Edgecombe a lot during the regular season. Because really, they need LeBron and a healthy Embiid during the playoffs because the game slows down. And then it's all about execution, which LeBron is a savant at. And Joel Embiid, get him in a half-court game, he is unguardable. He is unguardable. But right now, I would have Philly as the favorite to come out the East. I had the Knicks just on the respect second. I have Boston third because I don't care what y'all say. Even though Boston did make the deal and got the less of the deal, I think Paul George, if healthy, is going to definitely serve a purpose with the Celtics because he shoots threes. He fits right in to Joe Mazzulla's scheme of things with the Celtics. And if Jason Tatum is 100%, Boston, him 100% with Derek White. During the regular season with Joe Mazzulla, Boston is going to be tough. Then I would have to go with Miami fourth with the addition of Giannis and Tim Hardaway Jr. The one thing about Miami is you're not going to score many points against the Heat. You might score about 95 against the Heat because they're savants defensively. Almost their whole starting lineup, just about 4/5 of their starting lineup because Davion Mitchell, defensive player. Andrew Wiggins, defensive player. Giannis, Bam Adebayo. They're going to be a real good defensive team. So I have Miami fourth in the East. Now, fifth, I have to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers, fifth. Even though they haven't done much so far this offseason, and what really they're like an incomplete right now. I had to give them a grade. I got to give them an incomplete right now because we don't know really what's going to commence. Only thing we've had now is Malik Thomas, and you re-signed Donovan Mitchell. So I had the Cavs fifth, questionable fifth. Sixth, I have the Detroit Pistons. Pistons will be a tough team during the regular season. JB always gets his teams back to respectability or whatnot. JB is one of the type of people he'll get you in the club. Might not get up to VIP, but he will get you in the club for real. Seven, I'll go with the Indiana Pacers at 7. Tyrese Halliburton, Zubac should be back, would be there this year. So he'll be a physical presence down low. You still got Siakam. Indiana will be a tough out. It'll be a tough out. I got them at 7. And truthfully, to be honest, 5 through 7 could probably go either way. Because just as easy as I got Cleveland 5, Detroit 6, Indiana 7, it could easily be Indiana 5, Detroit 6, Cleveland 7. Just that easy. Cavs' fortunes depend on Evan Mobley. For the Cavs to ascend, Evan Mobley has to ascend. For the Cavs to ascend, Evan Mobley has to ascend. And we will see. Because he's been working on his game and everything here in the summertime. So we will see. 8. 8. 8. I have to probably go with the Atlanta Hawks. 8. They're athletic. Got a bunch of young guys. I go with them at 8. 9. And this is going to be the surprise 9. The Washington Wizards. And honestly, to be honest, if Anthony Davis stays healthy, along with Trae Young, along with AJ DeBonza, that Washington team looks good on paper. Now, if AD can stay healthy, that is the key for Washington. That is the key. And then number 10, got the Charlotte Hornets. Number 10, I got the Charlotte Hornets. So the East will be pretty interesting this year. It will be very interesting this year. And we'll see what happens in the East and everything. Like I said, the Cavs could be anywhere from 5 to 7 or 8, depending on how you never know how luck falls because you got injuries, stuff like that. And right now, we don't know who our point guard is because James Harden isn't signed. So we will see. Definitely see. And that's just about it here today for All About Sports 216 Weekend Review. Be sure to subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right, subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. There we go. Subscribe to the Alan Viz Media 2 YouTube channel. Enjoy the game today for the Cleveland Browns as they open up the preseason against the Chicago Bears. Like I said, the main things I want to see, I just want to see the offense execute. I don't even care about the win-loss. I want to see the offense execute. I want to see it be crisp. Or gradually where it improves through the preseason. And I want to see what Deshaun can do. That is intriguing. The Browns gave me a reason to watch them during the preseason because I want to see what Deshaun can do, and I want to see how has Shador improved his game this year in year 2, and the fact that he has a fair shot in training camp this year. Because last year he was throwing to me during practice. Because man, last year that was just crazy work. But anyway, Everybody have a good day. Have a great weekend. Be safe and sound. Always be aware of your surroundings. And hey, y'all. And this is another thing I want to say. People, it's not the end of the world for the Shadura, for the you Shadura fans. It's not the end of the world. Right now, it's just a competition right now and everything. Deshaun gonna start a game. Shadura gonna start a game. May the best man win. May the best man win. Because truthfully, to be honest, Deshaun should win this battle in a landslide, to be honest. He should. And the fact that Shador is in contention with him, that speaks a lot on Deshaun right now. But we shall see once these games get to commencing. We shall see. But anyway, this your man Keith Allen about to sign out. Everybody have a good day. Enjoy the Browns game. I got a couple announcements to make. During the regular season on Sundays, I will be having my Cleveland Browns pregame show at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock every Sunday. Or like an hour before, like if it's a Thursday night game, hour before the game starts. But not, there will be a pregame show and a postgame show. Postgame will come on like 30 minutes after the end of conclusion of the game. And everybody have a good day. I will see y'all Wednesday on the Rush Hour Review. This your man Keith Allen signing out for All About Sports 216, part of the DSMN network.
All about sports. 216. Definitely legit. Giving them ops fits. All about sports. 216. Definitely legit. Giving them ops fits. All about sports. 216. Definitely legit. Giving them ops fits. All about sports. 216. Definitely legit. Giving them ops fits.